Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're in a trade in Ethereum that I've just got into, and I wanted to show you the price action concepts that I use to get in this trade, such as order blocks, breaker, using the time frames and the Fibonacci. I want to show you how I use those things and explain my process of price analysis, how I got into this trade, and then we can kind of watch together and see if it plays out. So we see that Ethereum here, this is the monthly chart, and we just broken this low last month, and this month we're continuing lower, but there's an area here where there's monthly order blocks, and these order blocks cause price to come up to the down candle before price went up and broke market structure here and then kept going. So we were kind of in this range, and we've come down, we've broken this range low where the monthly tested it a couple. In the daily, we can see price react to the weekly breaker, right? The daily comes down and sweeps, but it never closes below the 50% of the breaker. And order blocks and breakers, I always mark out the 50% because price is sensitive to that area usually, and again it's proving that here. So we don't get a close below the 50% of the breaker. Price sweeps, and then it starts pushing up, and you can see this better on the 12-hour, right? So I see price it's being supported by the 50% of this weekly breaker, and I'm thinking, okay, what do we look at next? I mark out the range, the 12-hour range, and that's from this high to this low, right? That's a 12-hour price leg. Sweeps, and now we're in this range. So we take our measuring tool, the Fibonacci, which is all it really is, and I pull a fib from the top to the bottom, right? And I'll show you guys, like I've mentioned in my other videos, I call this the sweet spot between the 0.618 and the 0.79, the Fibonacci. I'm expecting the price to react in here. I'm actually expecting price to come up in here on the lower time frame and then meet with some resistance and then get back in line with the bearish higher time frame bias that I have. So right now this is actually a kind of a scalp long. I'm just taking a short-term trade into this area, even though my bearish high time frame bias is to the downside. So I don't want to be in this trade for too long because I think price is ultimately going to go lower. But here we are. We go down to the 4-hour, get a closer look. So price was, I saw all this. This is just more price action within a 12-hour range, but you can define it a little more as you narrow down the time frames. Go down to the 1-hour, and I'll show you how I got into the trade, like where I entered. So price, it swept here, it came up, it swept again, took out these lows here into this 1-hour order block, right? This is the down candle that caused price to move up. So if you extend that across, which we can do now, basically from this level to this level, we see price comes into it, right? And then price pushes up and starts breaking market structure through here and up here, right? The 1 hour becomes bullish here, and so I said, okay, price looks like it's bullish. What do we have to kind of go by? And I marked out this 1 hour order block. So this is an up candle that caused price to go down and break market structure as it came all the way down here. And when price came up, it was resistance, it was bitter resistance, and then it flipped this order block making it a breaker. And so when price came down, I was watching and I saw price come up, right? I'll zoom in a little bit more so you can see it. This is on the 1 hour. Price swept here, came back up past this order block, broke market structure to the upside. When it came back down, tested the top side of the order block right at the 50% level, I saw bullish price action again, right? So I saw this order block here. Zoom in so you can see it. I started to see bullish price action above this breaker. So it was more confirmation that price is going up, right? It broke market structure there. It broke market structure here. It came down into this order block and started pushing up again. So after these two breaks of market structure, when it came down, I had this order block in mind. I got in here. I put my stop just below this breaker, this area here, right? And where am I targeting? I'm targeting another breaker up in the sweet spot. Targeting up here. And the reason I'm doing that is because of this breaker here. This is an order block that caused an up move that broke market structure here. Ultimately it led to this market structure break, and when price came through it, that became a breaker, right? Just like this weekly breaker. So now when price, I'm expecting price to come up and reject somewhere in this area, and this breaker just happens to be on the 0.79. I'll also look at this area here as a potential area for start of a retrace. But either way, you know, this, if we go into here, come up to the 618, it's still a 2.5 hour trade. Any higher just gets better and better. And I'll watch price action when it comes up to here and see what it does. If it comes up to here, it might not. This trade might fail, and that's fine. I've got 1 hour risk here, which I'm willing to lose, because you only need to do 25% of your trades. You know, if they're 2 hour trades, then you're still breaking even. So if your win rate's 35, 40, 45%, if you're a good trader, then you can risk 1 hour, no worries, as long as you're consistent with it. So I'll just watch price now, and when it comes up here, I'll look to take some profit and maybe leave a quarter on, you know, take 75% profit and let a little bit more run up here, put my stop to even, and then there you go. So hopefully that kind of explains how I got into this trade, and explains a little bit about the sweet spot and the Fibonacci and how to use order blocks and breakers. Yeah, leave a comment down below. Suggest any other videos you might like to see, and we will see you next time. Appreciate you watching. If you leave a comment, I'll personally reply just to say thanks. Take care. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, give us a like, and notifications as well for your next videos.